Do you think everyone carries some version of that throughout their life?
I believe so strongly that everybody has that tortoise in their hair. And I also believe, and we didn't touch about this a lot, the spiritual side of me, and I think every one of us has a spiritual component and element. Problem is, we're all so busy in our worlds, and we're busy sitting on a subway with a cell phone. We're busy at a traffic light with a cell phone. We're all so busy that we don't take the time, to smell coffee kind of thing. But if you did, and if something happened along the way, so my spiritual beginning with seeing, that bottle in front of my grandfather, that bottle of water, that then took me on such a wonderful spiritual journey of awakening and of awareness, things happening. You mentioned, that car crash, early on, and I wasn't aware spiritually, but there was somebody with me, that day in 1974 as I'm drag racing, and I'm in a Volkswagen drag racing. The guy hits me, I swerve, and my car rolls over 4 or 5 times and goes between a tree and a pole. It's crushed. And the cops came and the ambulances came, and I got up and not a scratch on me. And then the cop, of course, I lied. He said, "What happened?" I said, "Some guy hit me." I didn't say I was drag racing because I'd still be in prison. I don't know. No, I don't know. But and he called
That'd
me
be a
over.
different story. That'd be a whole different story.
Correct, correct. Not a scratch on me. I told the ambulances go home, and I'm fine. And I said the ambulances, but he showed me, your car went between a tree and a pole, and if 6 inches either way, if it hits tree and pole, you're gone for sure. But then he said the thing that really confuses me is it would seem your car is wider than the distance between the tree and the pole, so we don't know how you got through there.
Mm.
And that is a provable statement because we know how wide a Volkswagen is, and that tree and pole are still there. Today I drive by once every 6 years to look at that. So that, looking back, that was a piece of something in my life that was spiritual, something that we don't understand reached out and took care of me that day. And of course, now my life is filled with so many spiritual things. Another powerful thing, just to share, I could talk about this stuff for hours. 2 years ago, my son and daughter-in-law and my grandkids live nearby, and they came over. It was a Sunday night. Of course, I'm laying upstairs watching football, and they all yelled for Grandpa to come down. So I jumped out of bed. I ran around the landing, and it's a big, steep landing here. And I took one step and I fell. I fell down 7 steps. I'm 6'5", with such force that when I hit the landing, it then propelled me into a somersault. And at 78, 2 years ago, I'm now somersaulting down with such force and speed that I put my hand through the wall and landed on the floor and got up. Nothing. Called all my doctors the next day. I'm an AFib patient, so I'm on Eliquis, and call my doctors, and I need to get my brain X-ray for a bleed and blah blah. So all four of my doctors, who I'm really friendly with, these are all good friends, said, Calvin, you should have died. Nobody, 78, and falls down 11 steps and somersaults. He gets up and walks away. You break a neck, you break a back, nothing. So it was just one more piece, Jeff, that there's a spiritual
Yeah.